Doing what I'm doing right now scares the absolute life out of me. But for me to grow as an individual, I need to take myself way further out of my comfort zone than I'm allowing myself to sit in right now. Part of that is filming out in public. And I'm also going to tell you about a few other things in this video that I'm doing right now, this weekend, and over the next 6 months to take me further out of my comfort zone, because that is how we grow. Over the last 6 to 9 months, as a bit of context, I've had a very well-performing business. I've had a great lifestyle in general. I've worked less than ever, I've made good money, but it's left me very empty. And the reason as to why, in my opinion, is because I have got comfortable in the comfort and I stopped pushing myself. I stopped having that dog in me almost. And look, I know that this hustle, suffer mentality that a lot of people speak on online about is not the right path for me. I don't think it's right for most people. I don't think anyone should be on that type of path. But there definitely becomes this element of growth that you get from putting yourself in uncomfortable positions. And for me, the reason I'm picking my nails right now is because I feel nervous, because I'm uncomfortable. But this is only going to get easier every single time I do it. Now, what else am I taking discomfort in? Well, for the past 4 years, I've wanted to get a tattoo. And I can proudly say that right now I have one on my wrist. And not only that, but this weekend, tomorrow, I'm going to a dance class for the first time. And in addition to that, I'm going to church. I'm someone that has gone to church before, but I've had this weird relationship with God where I've never really been attached to them or him. I don't know if ethically that's right to say, I don't know. But I've always just questioned what's up there, and I've always questioned whether there is something greater to this life than just living it ultimately. And for the last few days I've been praying, I've been talking to God, and I have felt different, I would say. So am I going to convert and become a parish church kind of priest? Maybe not. But am I going to maybe see that there is a higher power above and use that person as someone for guidance? Absolutely, for sure. Two other aspects that I want to let you in on, or one should I say, which is this concept of misogi. And misogi is a Japanese term which basically doesn't translate directly, but kind of describes doing this one singular hard thing every single year. You dictate your life to it, it takes a majority of your time, and it's the one thing you focus on. And we're halfway through this year already. We're already in May as the time of this recording. We're a few days away from June actually. And I have been training boxing for the last 9 months. And I feel like I'm confident enough to say, hey, I could one day do a fight. But the thought of stepping into a ring scares the life out of me. Very unfortunately, there was a very tragic incident where only a few months ago a friend of mine fought and passed away tragically that night. Now, there was some prior kind of complications in his brain, which made the prospect of him fighting very likely that, hey, if he did get a shot like the one he did, there was a high chance that he would suffer the fate he did. So it's a very unfortunate event ultimately, but I'm going to make sure I take the proper steps here, the proper procedural steps in getting brain scans and making sure I'm fit and healthy before I step in the ring. But part of my misogi for this year is to actually step into a boxing ring and have a fight. And that is why over the next 6 months, early December is the fight night, I'll be essentially preparing myself for this fight. I'll be training harder than ever, more consistently than ever, and I'm really going to dedicate these next 6 months to that goal of mine. And it's going to be an uncomfortable fate. It's going to be ridiculously hard, of course, but it's going to be a very eye-opening experience too. So if you take anything from this video, realize that there is so much growth that comes in discomfort. Realize that you pushing yourself out of your comfort zone is only going to lead to growth. And if you are someone that is in a lot of discomfort at the moment. Maybe you're a bit depressed, maybe you're a bit anxious, maybe you're a bit lonely, maybe you are someone that is just feeling like life is meh and they don't know what to do with themselves. Then ask yourself, really, you challenge yourself enough? And if you can't actually recall the last time that you felt uncomfortable, now's the right time to actually set an uncomfortable task. And it doesn't have to be huge, right? It doesn't have to be this big boxing fight. It could just be you go to a dance class every week. That's what I'm also doing. It could be you get a tattoo. It could be that you go to church for the first time. It could be that you record in public. These are all the 5 examples that I'm doing as part of me stepping out of my comfort zone that you can maybe take inspiration from. Again, it doesn't have to be any of those 5. It can be completely something up to you. But have a think and maybe comment down below what your misogi is for the rest of this year, and let's inspire one another towards that. This was really cool. I hope to do more like this. See you.